And now it's our favorite time of the show.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this.
James, you want to take us to the top five this week? We do got a top five this week. James, top five this week. What we got? Reggie, I'm sure, has no idea what the top five is this week. So, what was the top five this week? I didn't see it. I have nothing for
our top five white sitcoms.
Theme songs.
Underrated actors or actresses. R&B groups of all time. Knives Out type of tapes. Let's get this top five going.
I'm interested to see what y'all came up with.
Yeah, because
I got some moments.
Because you guys are sports guys, I thought it would be, and this is something that we don't typically do top fives about sports. But we talked about Stephen A, talked about Brian, you know what I'm saying? Let's stay in the mode of sports. So top five this week. Top five moments in sports.
Okay.
And Haas, we're going to do it round robin. So since you are our guest, we'd like to start with our guest. So let's get this top five thing started. Haas, what is one of your top five moments in sports?
It's three of them in one. When Villanova won the national championship 2085, 2016, and 2018. That was my one of my best sports moments ever. You know, the shot because of the shot back in 16.
Yeah,
you know, that was. I think that might be better than the Christian Laettner shot.
With Archie Diacono, 3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
You know, because they Christian Laettner was over at Civic Center when he did that, but that was to get to the Final Four. And Chris Jenkins hit it, winning a national championship against North Carolina in front of Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? So that's my top sports moment.
Okay. All right.
That's three of them, and then the other two, of course, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Round robin.
Okay, so one is 2016 when
chill. I'm about to Stephen A. you and shit. You better chill.
My bad. So that's my Villanova moment back in 2016. The shot by Chris Jenkins.
That's a good one. That's a great one. Mine happened April 15th, 1947. Jackie Robinson breaks the color barrier. Shout out to Robinson. You know how he changed sports, because obviously during that time, baseball was America's pastime, and what Jackie Robinson had to go through, you know, as being the first Black person to play in what would have been considered a modern baseball at the time. So I mean, shout out, that was just a great moment. For us as a race of people, to get athletically, and it opened up the door for us to really dominate in most all sports in the United States. So shout out to Jackie Robinson. Like I said, April 15th, 1947 was the date Jackie broke the color barrier.
So I took a different approach. So I'm glad I'm going after Reggie, because I took a different approach to this top five. I thought about it. It's 150 million top sports moments, right? But I chose to go with the ones I've seen. So I don't have Jackie Robinson.
That's what I did.
I don't have Jesse Owens.
That's why I ain't go.
I loved it.
I don't have Rumble in the Jungle. I don't got the United States beating the Russians for the Olympic. I'm sorry.
You doing it hard. Chill.
My bad. I went with the top five moments that I personally was able to witness.
Same here.
Okay. So number 5 for me, I'm going with and maybe this is regional, you had to be here, but when the Sixers beat the Lakers in that first game, the city was
4-5-4, right?
lit. We was lit. When the no, I'm talking about when Island, just the game one.
Oh,
Just
I'll
game one.
Okay.
Not the finals, not
Right.
4-4-4. But I'm talking about game one when the Sixers beat the Lakers. Allen Iverson had 48 points. Now, I knew they was going to lose the series because a bunch of shit had to go right for them to win that one game, and it wasn't going to go right the rest of the series. But for those 2 days, the city was lit.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a good one, babe.
That's a good one. So I took a different approach to the top 5 moments in sports history, where I knew that each of you would literally give like moments in sports that, some of us would remember, things like that. I, however, decided to give different moments in sports history, starting with my number 5. And y'all niggas coming with dates and shit, so I gotta come with a date. All right, March 9th, 2020. Right? About 4 months after the first case of COVID-19, wave hit. All right. So there was a press conference with Rudy Gobert.
Oh man.
And at the end of the press conference, before he left, he had to touch everything that was there, the mics and all that, touch it all. And then he bounced.
Thank you.
2 days later, this nigga tested positive, shut the whole league down. Shut the whole fucking league down.
That was
basketball season.
Right. Yeah.
What the fuck is we gonna watch now? God damn you, Rudy Gobert. All right.
He brought it there.
That was a major moment in sports history.
For sure.
All right.
That's a good one.
Haas.
So my number 4, since I went with the 2018, because I was there. So that was a great moment to see Riley Massimino, just other people that were a part of the history of Villanova, and be there and see that championship occur. That was my NBA championship. That was my, finals type of thing, because we couldn't pull it off back in 2000 with the 76ers. But that was just something that was dope. I had a chance to be there. So that was my second favorite. Y'all went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My bad. I went 1, 2.
Okay. Okay.
And you don't need it. You don't have to do an order.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 2 was that moment. Just to see them do it again and be there. That was like a great moment. That felt like, even though Villanova was right outside of Philly, that's still Philly to me. And I went there, so it's like that was a great second number 2.
All right. Good shit. You was there for that? That was
I was there for that. 2018. Yep.
I got a chair. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Ed Pinckney.
No. I was born. I was 8. No, listen, that's the crazy. I'm gonna get to a story about that, but that's my number 3. That's my number 3.
Okay. Yeah. All right, hold it down.
So the next one I'm gonna go with is MJ's final shot. All right, and I know people, you James, think I'm just a Michael Jordan hater. However, there's no denying that his last shot over Byron Russell's bum ass is probably the greatest shot in the history of basketball. He's a bum. He was always a bum.
But he was a good defender, though.
Apparently not. His elbows touching the floor. He definitely wasn't. But great shot. It put Michael Jordan squarely in the GOAT conversation, if not was the GOAT at that moment. But just that iconic pose, And what it meant, to him and his career, to end your career in that manner, and obviously he did the Wizards thing. A lot of people don't count that, but like Michael Jordan's career really ended with that shot, and that's probably the greatest shot that's ever been made in the history of basketball. You can't. Shout out to MJ.
I just want to real quick follow up Reggie on that. So that was on my list, and I was debating whether to bring it up because I am probably the only person that you guys will ever meet who was a Jazz fan in those years. Like I had a Stockton jersey and everything. I was rooting very hard for the Jazz. Could not stand Jordan. However, when he hit that shot, my hate for Jordan or dislike of Jordan went to respect instantly.
He gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips, and Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
That may have been. Who knows what will unfold?
Like I wasn't even mad when it was just respect because of the things that led up to him getting that shot. The steal from Malone, the quick 2, and then coming down hitting the shot. I remember watching like it was yesterday, so that's a great moment.
So do you think, I'm gonna ask that, right? Do you think he pushed off?
He pushed the shit out of Byron Russell. That's why I put my hands
That's
up.
the dispute. That's always the dispute.
He shoved the shit out of him. Viewers, YouTube it. He pushed him.
We're gonna give him that clip.
Sore spot, but whatever, it's over. Number 4 for me, I gotta go with the Phillies. The 2008 Phillies breaking that drought. It had been 25 years since the Philadelphia team had won a championship. So the 2008 Phillies winning that championship and having a parade.
City was lit again, big.
City was lit. Charlie Manuel, I was down there, my Philly shirt. It was a nice, crisp day in October. We was down there lit, enjoying the celebration. It was great.
That was a great moment. Great
yes,
moment.
It was.
All right. So I'm gonna stay in the press conference vein and also a Philadelphia vein, which on May 7th, because y'all got me looking up the dates and shit. All right. So on May 7th, 2002, our beloved Allen Iverson at a press conference. And the media
great
in this press conference is focusing on his absence from practice. And at a point in the interview, and y'all know AI don't really hold his tongue, but I mean, he really let it go. Pause. He really let words fly in this interview, and he basically said, "Practice? We talking about practice? Wait a minute, let me get this straight. We're
not the game.
Or how I do in the game. We talking about practice."
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. Well, Coach, I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
At that moment, I think I was with AI with that. Like, yo, this how good I am. I don't need practice. Them niggas need practice. However, I did understand they need to practice with you, AI. But I feel
yes.
But like Jadakiss said, I'm gonna take a lot of shots AI style. So, you know what I mean? Was he the best team player? That's debatable. But he took a lot of shots, won a lot of scoring champions, and yeah, practice. I don't know fucking practice. Classic.
Number 3 for me would be a great moment when the Philadelphia Eagles won the first Super Bowl. That was an amazing moment watching Philly. Just watching our team, with a backup quarterback win the Super Bowl. That was an amazing moment. That was an amazing time for the city. Everybody came together to celebrate, that parade, the coaching staff, like the players. It was an amazing time to be alive, because I thought in this lifetime that, I possibly would never see the Eagles win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So for them to win the first Super Bowl, that was the number 3 moment for me in my sports.
All right. Excellent. I'm a stick with football for this one. And I don't know the date. But everybody knows the moment. I only gave one date. This is an important date. But I don't know the date, but everybody knows the moment. Seattle Seahawks, when Russ threw the pick on the 2-yard line. And it was a walk-in Super Bowl victory. And all of us heads was down the same way James' head was just down. Pause. Crazy. all of us were in shock that Russ threw the ball, got picked off, Patriots win again. And more so because everybody outside of New England should hate the Patriots. Should hate the Patriots. So to see something like that happen, but it's a sports moment that everybody that watches football remember how that felt, watching that unfold. So shout out to the Patriots for knowing what they had to do to win, but Pete Carroll should have gave it the beast mode.
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Malcolm Butler, who almost made the phenomenal play that wound up in Percy's arms. There are flags on the field for a celebration. Amazing. Butler, a rookie free agent out of West Alabama.
They tried a pick play, Al. They tried to go here, but he beats them to the punch. And I'm sorry, but I can't believe the call.
Me neither.
I cannot believe the call. You've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. You've got a guy that's been borderline unstoppable in this part of the field. I can't believe the call.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Number 3 for me, I'm going to go with the GOAT, LeBron James, and the block. That's really all you got to say, right? Is the block. You know exactly what I'm talking about. 73-9 Warriors looking to solidify that season as being the greatest team ever. Up 3-1 against LeBron James and the Cavaliers. And Game 7, looks like the Warriors are going to take a lead. And LeBron flew out of nowhere like Batman, it's been described, to block the shot of Andre Iguodala and help the Cavaliers secure that victory.
Irving drives, hop step inside, floats up, misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the
my goodness. Great pass by Curry, running hard by Iguodala, and superhuman defensive recovery by LeBron James.
Right. First title, I think, in Cleveland history in the last 50 years.
Wasn't that the first comeback? From down 3-1?
First 3-1 comeback in the NBA Finals. The Warriors had come back from 3-1 down to beat the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. But it was the first 3-1 comeback in the NBA Finals.
Major. Yeah. All right. So sticking with dates. And, all right. October 6th, 1993. While the date might not ring a bell, the moment
I know what it is
ingrained in all of sports fans' minds. This was the moment that Michael Jordan decided to retire from basketball.
I didn't have it. Okay.
Shortly after the murder of his father, MJ winning 3 championships, right? obviously on a way to 4. Remember, Scotty dumbass put 4-peat on his sneak, right? I was a Knicks fan at this time, but Michael Jordan, who at the time was one of the greatest basketball players to play the game, no one saw that he would decide to retire. He decided to retire, step away from basketball, and then to play baseball. Something that he wanted to do. Now, years later, the rumors, the speculation was that Michael Jordan didn't actually retire.
Yeah, it gets dark.
Yeah, he was forced to sit down. Okay, now do with that information what you will. Do your Googles. We ain't gonna get into all that, but
they were saying him and Offset had a lot in common.
Jesus.
Really, really deep. And to this day. All right. But I mean, just imagine LeBron deciding to retire before going to the Heat. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. You know?
Or after the second championship with the Heat.
Right. That would be wild to just step away and then Brian say, I'm gonna go play football and then be ass at football. But that's my third moment.
Hey yo, if you made it this far in the video, we appreciate you rocking with us.
Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of the new drops from TBD.
And don't forget, you can catch the full podcast every week on YouTube and all podcast formats. Just search TBD the radio show.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, we there.
So tell a friend, share the video, and keep supporting the movement.
And remember, it's all TBD. Now let's go ahead and get back to that video.
So my and I was sitting there because my fourth was 1985 when Villanova won the championship when Villanova beat Georgetown, and which was the reason why I chose Villanova when I got older. My grandmom took us to the parade when they won, and I had a chance. I still got a picture with Ed Pinckney. I got a younger picture when he picked me up, and then I got one when I was older when I was at the school. So it was dope. You know, we basically we ain't remake it or anything like that, but you know, he wasn't picking me up. But you know, that was my fourth moment. Just being a kid and from Philly, seeing Villanova win the national championship, and that was like probably one of the fourth greatest moments for me for sports.
What it?
All right, for me, and this is one that I did get a chance to witness. This was in 1988, I believe, or 89. I don't have the date, and I didn't look it up. But it was the earthquake during the World Series.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was in I think it was Dodgers versus the Giants, and it was in San Francisco.
It's the A's.
It was what? Oh, the A's. Yeah.
Yes, the Oakland A's.
Right. But I remember watching that on TV.
Yeah.
And being kind of horrified just as a kid, and then seeing like the images of buildings collapsing, and that's what they turned. That's what the news ended up being. So to watch that and to like not even really understand like the impact of it, like you hear earthquake, and unless you are somebody on the West Coast that really understands that, is like, well, it's an earthquake. Right.
Yeah.
Watching this collapse, was really something, something crazy for me to see as I think a 10-year-old. So I remember that vividly. Yes.
Yeah, that earthquake was crazy. I think at that time in my life, I think I was just, I'm same age as you. I was 10, and just watching all the things that I didn't know could like end my life in the world. So that was like pretty fucking scary to me at 10 years old to be watching baseball, because I love baseball. And I definitely was watching the World Series, and just to see that happen and not really understand the impact of what an earthquake can do. And like you said, Reggie, watching the bridge and watching the buildings collapse is scary for me. That was a great call to bring that up. Number two for me was a moment that I was personally there to witness in person. My brother-in-law, rest in peace, we used to go to Sixers game all the time. And one of the games we happened to go to was Allen Iverson crossing over Michael Jordan.
Watch this. Big, nice play.
Wow.
Ooh, okay, B.
That was dope.
Now, I remember it vividly. I remember the stadium being insane. I didn't understand the magnitude of the moment because Jordan had like 38 points and they won the game.
Right.
So I was confused at why everyone was so hype. It didn't hit me till a few later, maybe not even that season, maybe a year or two later, like, oh, that was like a major moment. It just didn't hit me in the moment like that was something major. I was just like, yeah, I'm just like, yo, we lost the game. Michael Jordan had like 38 points. So
and he got crossed up.
Yeah, I feel like on TV. So again, we went to a lot of games. The Sixers were bad, so he was able to get tickets for not a lot of money. He worked for a company that got Sixers tickets all the time. So again, we went to a lot of basketball games when I was young. And maybe where we were sitting, it maybe it was just better on TV than it was where we were sitting in the stadium. But again, I was there. And so it was a great moment. People remember and revere it. Probably number 2 Allen Iverson moment over Tyronn Lue. Stepping over Tyronn Lue.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
1 or 2. You can switch those. You can switch those 2 out. I won't be mad.
Yeah, I feel that. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We come with the dates. On February 11th, 1990. All right. In Tokyo, Japan. Now, this should bring you guys a little closer. I remember I was at my godmother's house, and I remember it was just a couple of us there. It wasn't a whole bunch of people there. And not many people were looking forward to this event. Okay. The event that I'm referring to is the Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas fight.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Now the fight itself, despite being in Tokyo, Japan, and a Mike Tyson fight, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
There were people that weren't even watching the fight, but I remember watching this fight, and in the 10th round, he KO'd Mike Tyson.
So no matter what happens, we give a lot of credit to Buster Douglas for making this a big fight. Tyson trying to end it with one big shot again. He's down, he comes with the uppercut. Somehow or other, Buster's throwing shots back. Hey, look at this! Look at Buster coming back! Did he buckle the legs of Mike? I don't know, he's got him again! Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas! Look at this! He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career! Mike Tyson hits the canvas! He's in big trouble! He may not be able to recover! It's up to 7 and 8! He's not gonna make it! Unbelievable! 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 Buster Douglas is the new...
Up until that point, I probably, like the rest of the world, thought that he was invincible.
Right.
Like nobody was beating Tyson. Now this was before
Mike Tyson punch out.
Mike Tyson punch out. Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, the 3 Mikes: Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Mike was him. So to see him get KO'd, like to be knocked senseless on the pavement, the mouthpiece was coming out.
Yeah.
It kind of crushed me a little bit as a Mike Tyson fan. I'm sure there's some other people too. But that moment, I'll never forget that, man. That was crazy. I mean, then we found out later, Mike really took him for granted. Mr. Douglas' mom just died. You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, man. Yeah. Buster Douglas claim to fame right there for sure.
He had a video game. I remember buying, or
Yes!
my brother-in-law buying Buster Douglas
played that.
boxing on Sega Genesis. I remember that being a thing.
I forgot that, B. Good shout out.
Number 5 for me would be the reason why I used to love NBA Live, Reggie Miller. Back March 7th, 1995. 8 points in 8.9 seconds.
Ooh.
I seen it on TV, and I was like, that was one of my best sports moments, the 5th best, watching Reggie Miller steal the ball, hit a 3, steal the ball, lay up, and then steal the ball and hit another 3. That was the number 5 best moment for me, watching Reggie Miller.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
That was March? That wasn't a playoff game?
That was May 7th, 1995.
Okay.
May,
all right, okay.
May. My
Got
daughter's
you.
born May. It was May. Yeah, thank you. May 7th, 1995.
Okay.
That was it. And it was the Knicks, and remember that's when Spike Lee called Reggie Miller a choke artist, and he went back to him afterwards and was like, choke that. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah.
I was about Nick fan at the time.
That was crazy. That was one of the.
I watched it. Couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe it. Nobody could.
Reggie Miller for that.
And he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch tray, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again.
Tie game. The ball gets stolen. Mason not able to call timeout. Starks misses with the offensive board. A make is okay for the Pacers.
Starks misses. Batted around. Ewing has it. His shot, no good. Reggie Miller, the rebound, and a foul with 7.5 seconds. For only the second time in 16 games here at the Garden as well.
This is like Indiana's win in Game 1 at Orlando last year.
Miller hits 2.
No timeouts.
Anthony stumbles and falls. Time runs out. Reggie Miller scoring 8.
Hated him.
That was the 5th best moment for me watching that. The 2nd best shooter of all time. Chef Curry, number 1.
I got him below Clay.
Reggie?
Reggie?
I got Reggie below Clay.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. It's Steph, Clay. Well, I don't know. I might choose Ray Allen over.
I'm about to say, where Ray Allen in there?
Yeah, I might choose Ray Allen.
Yeah, I might got Reggie for.
Allen Houston could have been in there, right? Because he was a
Nah.
All right.
The Nick fan.
Right there. Yeah,
Exactly. Nah.
He was a shooter.
He was
tough. He was tough. He wasn't no sniper. Mitch Richmond was a better shooter than him.
Yeah, Mitch Richmond for sure.
Mitch Richmond was a sniper. Chris Mullin.
Chris Mullin, yeah.
Del Curry was a great shooter.
Del Curry
was a great shooter, yes.
Steve Kerr, we had some shooters in the
Glenn
league.
Rice.
Glenn Rice too, but Reggie.
Did you see the news with Glenn Rice this week?
What he did now?
Glenn Rice senior?
Yeah.
Not the 3rd.
No, senior. It is being. I saw it on some website of publication that Glenn Rice was knocking off Sarah Palin at one point.
Rice or Robinson?
Yeah.
Which one? Rice or Robinson?
No, Glenn Rice. I thought
Glenn
that
Rice.
was. We knew that.
I just found out. Sorry for.
Was that the Michigan ties?
Yeah, they go to school together or something like that.
Yeah, went to college together.
Yeah, I heard that a while ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Sarah Palin was bad. She was bad. She's pretty.
Was.
Yeah, she still is, but she's bad. Sarah, you get it.
Just to know, I thought I was watching some Sarah Palin one time.
Right.
And it was who was
all right,
there?
number one. All right, what's your number 1 moment, Reggie?
Oh man,
that's funny. So
HMB.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't have a so this is just gonna be number 5. I don't really have a date. I didn't see this, but it's November 1966. I heard about this a million times, but this is when Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns.
I'm so mad that wasn't on my list, Reggie. Yo, that's classic. Multi legend.
For sure.
Legend Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in the game, 1966.
Yeah.
Shout out to Al Bundy.
Shout out to Al for real. I got moments, but I can't leave this moment off the list. It was too impactful and just something you just couldn't believe it in the moment. We watched an NFL player die on the field and come back to life.
Oh yeah.
We gotta include Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills, safety for the Bills, got hit in the chest, technically died on the field, and he was brought back to life to come back to play in the NFL again. So
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was the craziest. It's probably not a top sports moment, but I couldn't leave it all. It's like the craziest moment.
What it is?
Watching sports. They canceled the game on a very, 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 very lower level. It affected a lot with fantasy football, which is huge, and the NFL, of course,
championship away.
Listen.
Wow.
Same. I was in another league. I was in the championship, and it affected that game, and I ended up losing. But glad he was able to live and survive, and they didn't play that. They didn't make the game up. The Chiefs ended up winning the championship that year, but that was a huge moment in sports.
Yeah,
huge. Okay. So I don't know if it's my number one, but I don't have the specific date, but it was back in 1991. We
November
all
7th.
saw this. It was November 7th, 1991. Look, he knows.
I know.
He knows where I'm about to go.
What, Magic situation?
Now you already know. Magic comes out and says that he has HIV.
Let me tell you why this affected me so much. This affected my birthday, October 18th. I begged my sister to get me this Lakers starter jacket.
The purple one or the yellow?
They was all like.
It was a black one. It was a coat. It was the coat.
Oh
yeah,
the starter
it was
jacket,
the coat, black, Lakers on the back, the hood, all that.
Yeah.
Lakers starter jacket. I had it. I was lit in school, lit in
You
7th
had
grade.
it? Oh,
I had it. She got it.
You definitely was the man.
I was the man. 2 weeks later, Magic Johnson got AIDS. I didn't even know how to feel. Like, I don't understand what AIDS are. I just know people was like, "Oh, the Lakers." And it's like, I got this jacket. Yeah, I got this jacket. I got this coat. It was a mess. It was a lot. It was a lot at the time. But yeah, November 7th, I'll never forget that.
Damn, B. Because I mean, that's what I think of at that time.
Yeah.
People that was coming out saying that they had AIDS, they didn't live much longer.
No.
Right.
So we all thought to ourselves, "Oh my God, Magic about to die."
About to die, yeah.
I mean,
and 40 years later, he's still here.
Now
45.
40, yeah.
We say Magic saw Dr. Sebi. All right, and he got the cure. All right. I mean, that's on the kind of joking side of it. But
Chappelle has a different take.
Also, what Magic showed us is that you can live with HIV. It'd be cool.
Now, is Tommy Morrison still alive? Tommy Morrison, remember the boxer? He's still alive?
No, I don't think. Nah, him and Arthur Ashe, because
he can't. Yeah, they came out late,
money,
like right after him. After the Rocky fight, everybody was teasing Rocky, talking about, "Yo, was you really bleeding in the movie? You better get checked." I was like, "Wow, that's a movie.
That's terrible."
I know that was bad. That was bad.
Go ahead, Reggie.
No, I was gonna say I got a quick honorable mention.
Oh, I got a couple honorable mentions. Before we do the honorable mention, I was just gonna say, the ramifications that happened as the dominoes fell after Magic, with the statement. Players didn't want to play with Magic anymore.
Yeah.
Magic wanting to play. Remember, Barkley Malone, them niggas
Yeah.
public was like, yo, no, nigga. I mean, but as a society, we were uninformed.
Yeah.
It was like, if that nigga touch me, I might get AIDS.
You might get it, yeah.
Right. So, all right, honorable mention time. Reggie, what you got?
I got two because I watched these happen live.
Mm-hmm.
One was the Malice at the Palace.
That was insane.
That was gonna be on my list, Reggie, but that's definitely one.
Yeah, I watched that live, the Malice at the Palace. And the other one was Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear.
Oh, yeah.
I had to choose which Mike Tyson moment that I wanted to, because that bite in the ear was iconic too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Listen, I thought even after the Buster Douglas shit, I made all the excuses for why he lost. I'm like, he gonna beat Holyfield.
Yeah.
Didn't they fight 3 times?
Yeah.
Right. I'd have lost my house 3 times. All right, because I'd have bet it every single time that he gonna beat Evander. And god damn it.
I mean, he lost.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
All 3.
Yeah, the last one I had was another kind of tragic moment where somebody actually died on the court, and that's Norfolk.
Oh, he took my song. I was about to say I got a different one. Hank Gathers.
Yeah, Hank Gathers. Yeah. And for me, that run that Loyola Marymount had, and I was small. But I mean, back then that was, but I was all the way tuned in. You know, hearing that they was from Philly, and then watching them, and I didn't see it. I didn't see it because I don't know at what point during the game that it happened. But just that happening and being somebody that's been in sports, playing ball for years, and to see that happen, it was just scary, you know, for a world-class athlete, you know, to die on the court, which is a horrible thing to see as a kid. But one of the things that happened after that I wasn't aware of was that after Hank Gathers died on the court, there started to be more of a push to have portable defibrillators at sporting events.
And paramedics too. Yeah.
Paramedics at sporting events. And you know, having that kind of quick response time, you know, could save somebody's life. So
absolutely.
But shout out to Hank Gathers. His nephew plays ball for I think Archbishop Ryan, and wears 44. And it was cool to see him playing this year for his team. So
nice.
Shout out to Hank and his legacy.
Honorable mention from me is a time way back when Nancy Kerrigan got hit in the knees.
Man.
with the crowbar, whatever it was that he did. But that time when Nancy Kerrigan was going and
that
great
was
things.
a major moment. That was a major
moment. I remember watching that on the news.
Ice skating is rough.
Ice skating.
Was that Tanya Harding?
Tanya Harding, Jeff. That was the same year as the first Dream Team, right? That was 92.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was that year.
I got one. I would have thought you would have mentioned this one when Monica Seles got stabbed on the court.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I was thinking about that one too, but I thought Nancy one was more.
That was tragic. I was very sad about that because she was my favorite women's player at that point. Oh man, that was bad. I didn't have that. I didn't bring up any tennis ones. Because I could have. I just didn't. I would have nerded out with a bunch of shit. Y'all like, who gives a fuck about that?
I love tennis, but you don't know that though.
Okay, all right. Well, I will bring up honorable mention. Serena winning the Australian Open pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant, winning the Australian Open. I will bring that up. I will also bring up as an honorable mention, not tennis related, but I think the greatest regular season basketball game of all time, OKC and the Warriors when Steph hit the shot just over half court, the double bang from Mike Green. in February of 2017. That was February 2017. When Steph Curry hit that shot, that was a great moment in sports. Twitter and the streets were crazy.
Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining. The brilliant shooting of Stephen Curry continues. And he ties the NBA record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
So I got a quick three. Two are somber moments. February 18, 2001, Daytona 500, Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was
hard. On TV. That was terrible. I actually did see that. And I wasn't a big racing fan, but you know what I'm saying? Daytona is on.
Yeah.
Hold on. But if you don't bring it up, I got one more honorable mention, but go ahead.
Okay. So of course, you know what I mean, I mentioned Dale. You know what my next one's going to be. 3 days after my birthday, January 26, 2020. I'll never forget this day. I was working at Franklin Mills in a polo store, but that day I was just up there, I think, shopping. And I went to the kiosk because this girl that I worked with, she now worked in the kiosk. And I came over to say something to her, and she was like, "Did you hear about Kobe Bryant?"
Oh, why ain't? Oh.
I'm like, "What you talking about?" She was like, "I think I heard that he died." And I'm like, "What? Kobe didn't die." She said, "Yeah, I think that's what I saw something." And I went and looked it up. And yeah, Kobe, rest in peace to Kobe and Gianna.
Yeah.
Passed away in the crash. I mean, that was.
I didn't think about that one.
I mean, even to this day, I just got chills. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
literally.
The moment was surreal. And I mean, because we hold these people at high regards. I mean, they're great players, things like that. But Kobe was like around my age.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not now,
and
right?
Not
then.
Way.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so yeah. Yeah, and then my last one, and I don't have the date, but I remember as a child, I was outside, and my mom said, "James, come in the house." Came in the house, and on TV, they were watching a white Bronco on the highway.
OJ. I'm not
like,
black, OJ.
Yeah, I'm like, "What's this, Mom?" She like, "That's OJ Simpson in the car." For real? Yeah, your grandmom just called me. We had no cell phones. Your grandmom just called me and told me, turn on the news. OJ Simpson is on the news. And he's being accused of killing his wife.
Yeah.
What?
That was a moment.
Now, I'm surprised. So that was the honorable mention I had, but I'm surprised you wasn't in the house because I was in the house watching the Rockets and the Knicks final.
Yeah.
When they cut the game. When they cut the game to go to this white Bronco. And I remember being very agitated at get back to the game, but
I was young, yo. I was outside playing this shit.
B, they cut a finals game for that?
Yeah.
It was breaking news.
They cut everything.
They cut everything. That was on every channel.
Rockets and Knicks.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that, big.
Yeah.
But then they had it joined on the little screen at the bottom.
No. They cut it off. It was off. You couldn't see nothing.
And all we was watching was this nigga on the highway.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
It was no phone. It was no phone with a ticker to let you know the score. It was just you don't know what's happening with the game until they go back to it.
And they was like OJ in the back seat. He threatened to kill himself.
But Marcus Allen, right?
Al Cowlings.
Yeah. Marcus Allen.
Hey, Marcus Allen.
I thought both of them was running.
Both of them was running.
But the only reason why that moment, as it relates to sports, is because of who OJ was, and what he meant to sports. And up until that point, I'm OJ. I ain't even black, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and
he's a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, there's few moments in history that I can remember being, like, actually being where I was, like the Challenger explosion.
Oh yeah.
Biggie being killed, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson dying. Like some of those moments, I can remember exactly where I was when these things happened.
What was OJ commentating at that time when that happened? Because I remember he used to commentate the games, right?
Yeah, he was working for NBC still.
Yeah, that's what I knew. Was something. Yeah, he was. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy time.
That the whole OJ trial.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All that was wild.
That's when we got introduced to Johnny Cochran and the Kardashians, Rob Kardashian.
Yeah.
The glove don't fit, you must have quit. You know what I mean?
Listen, that was when I got introduced to Bruno Magli's shoes. Wow. I mean, my little broke ass, I ain't know nothing about them. Right, you know what I'm saying? But
I still don't.
I still don't.
I know. I know, but when you say Bruno Magli, you're like, oh yeah, they got shoes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice shoes. Yeah, that was a good top 5, man.
It was a lot of great sports moments, period.
Yeah,
but, you know, so it was hard to really narrow it down. I tried to go all Philly, but Reggie had to get in there because we seen that. Because Leitner was my honorable mention, but of course the Len Bias was not Len Bias, Hank Gathers.
Hold up.
Hank Gathers.
That was one of my honorable mentions too.
Len Bias, right?
But I decided to put the OJ there instead. Right, but Len Bias.
Yeah, because that was tragic.
That was a huge moment in sports history.
Yeah, because I always wondered what he would have been like in the league because he was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan.
They said he was better than Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what they actually said the kid from Chicago that died, remember, with his girlfriend?
Oh, Benji.
Benji.
He said Benji. They said Benji was the one. You know,
it was really good 30 for 30.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real good 30 for 30.
It changed it changed the laws about gunshot victims being taken to the hospital because that was the thing. They took them to the hospital and they turned them to another hospital. So yeah, that was a good 30 for 30. And James, this is a great show, man.
This was a great show.
Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.